Peterson. I am Zach Peterson. This is the podcast Stop It, the only podcast where we stop it when we're podcasting. We don't even start podcasting until after we stop it, and this is me, Zach Peterson, on the podcast Stop It. With me today is a host on Stop the podcast of Stopping It. Podcast Stop It with Zach Peterson.com. Podcast Heard at Media. With me today is my podcast Stop It. Is my guest Luke Severide. Luke, tell us who you are and why people should care and why you're in the podcast studio. Stop It with Zach Peterson podcast. Stop It.
Oh my God, I know you've done that so many times, but that was it felt like a Mad Lib where there was only two options.
Oh yeah. I'm literally like every time I go into the podcast, I don't prepare anyone, but I try to make the worst possible like introduction to the podcast about what the podcast is.
Just really lower the bar of expectation as much as possible, so you just I don't even have to step, you just skip right over it.
Right? Yeah. Well, everyone else is like, hey, this is the whatever podcast. This is the thing I say every time. What if I say something bad every time and it's different? You know, I bet people will hate that. And that's why this podcast is what it is. You know?
So that's why I'm here, is to help analyze the introduction of your pod. Yeah, no, I think I got my laugh out of it. Hi, I'm Luke. I'm a traveling comedian. Why you should care? I don't know. I'm funny. And that's kind of really all I bring to the table. And I'm very reflective under certain lighting and if I cut my hair properly.
Hell yeah. Oh, good. How can people see your stuff? You got a website, got a social media?
Yes. It's all website, social media. It's all my name, LukeSevereid. It is Luke Severide.
All right. Now Severeid, like I said.
Yeah. Well, that's how it's written. That's how everyone kind of thinks it is. And I haven't really put a lot of effort into saying my last name at people a lot.
Right. Yeah.
But it's like a weird thing where I'm like, it sounds way cooler the way I say
it. Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone's like Severeid. And I'm like, it's Severide.
Ride the lightning.
Ride the light right into battle. Let's go to Valhalla together. We'll bring liquid death together.
Yeah, you know what's less fun than riding the lightning? Reading the lightning.
So hard.
Yeah, I mean, it's so quick.
Fast, dude. I'm not. You blinky.
Lightning's more of an audiobook.
It's a visual art form, actually. It's the thunder that's the audiobook.
Thunder is the audiobook.
Stop it.
That's true. Yeah, stop it. We draw questions from the bucket. Through the bucket, we gain truth. This bucket is all that is humanity, and it shines in front of us. Okay, what's in the suitcase from Pulp Fiction?
Oh, I don't think there's supposed to be an answer. Because isn't it like, it's been a while since I've seen the movie, but didn't they open it once and then it's like there's a light on?
Yeah, it's like a gold light.
Yeah, to make you think it's like it's gold or something like that. But like, who would put gold in a suitcase and then light it up? I think it's just supposed to be a vague, it's here's wealth, here's dreams, here's whatever.
Right. Yeah, I think it's definitely up for interpretations. The Watch Mojo things that I've seen. You watch Mojo?
Mm-mm.
Okay, it's a listicle YouTube series that's very boring, but I put it on all the time. And so it's like top 10 unanswered questions in movies, and that's one of them. And I've heard it's Ving Rhames' character Soul, and he has the what do you call it? The fucking Band-Aid on the back of his neck where supposedly the soul escaped. But there's no right answer, but that's just a theory of her.
Created fanfic to a movie. To just be like, that was his soul. There was a Band-Aid that helped, because that's how souls work.
That's how they get souls out.
Yeah.
Back in the neck.
Yeah. And
like the Matrix.
Your soulless body needs a Band-Aid for the boo-boo.
Right. That's what keeps the souls in and out is a Band-Aid.
Okay.
Yeah. Johnson & Johnson.
Well, we trust them.
All right. Okay. What happened at the end of The Thing?
End of The Thing?
John Carpenter's The Thing?
This isn't even, I haven't even seen that movie.
Okay.
And I like saying things like that.
Yeah.
But it's also like, there's so many cultural moments that it's really hard to go back and go through all of them and give it the time and attention everyone expects you to. And you're like, I don't know. It's just, I didn't hop into the game of, double Dutch at that period of time. And so everyone's like, you got to do it. And I was like, I've seen the memes. I think I pieced it together.
Right. Well, there's so many people that are like, I have to have answers.
Yeah.
I saw a movie and I have to sort it all out. And like, so like the thing is like, but one of them is supposed to be the alien, or both of them are, or neither, or
yeah, no, it keeps it really vague. But like the need to have an answer is like a human trait, but also like, that's why we get terrible movies now all the time. It's because everything has to be like,
yeah, we have to sort it out. So yeah, because I want answers, but that means I'm not an alien. And if maybe you are, because you don't care about answers.
Well, I'm okay with a question mark because I think that's life.
Okay, stop it. That's enough life. All right, what do we got? If you could just know a fictional language, which one would it be?
Oh, Klingon. That'd be really fun.
Yeah.
As I said it so confidently, I realized the only people I'd be able to talk to. Oh, take backsies. Nope. All right. Well, what about you?
I mean, it'd be wild to learn a fictional language and not be able to like understand Spanish still.
Dude, yeah, that's
you know what
like
I mean?
A real,
like I'd like to do that, but
yeah, you're like, could I have a useful tool set? Nah.
No.
I'm just going to crush it at cons.
I would probably, like my first thought would be Klingon as well, but also Elvish may be cool.
You like Tolkien?
Yeah.
Elvish? Yeah. That could be fun, because then like the songs might be better in the book.
Right. I mean, and I think elves are closer to really existing than Klingons.
Yeah.
We can make an argument. It's not a good one, but we can make one. Elves exist.
Really? You think so?
Keebler.
Well, that's just cookies.
And elves.
Yeah, but the supposed maker of the cookies. I mean, the tree, I like the mythos. It made me want to eat more of it.
Right.
It might just be what they were doing.
Yeah.
You're like, isn't it cute? No, give us your money.
Yeah. Eat these cookie trees. These tree cookies.
You earned it. A lot of everything I say is self-talk.
What other ones are there? Are there any useful ones? Maybe like, the language, like the Dr. Dolittle language, if that's what language. Because he can talk to the animals. He walks with the animals.
Yeah, but that's fictional. I mean, that would just be able to translate. I don't know if that could be an acceptable answer. There's not a lot of, I think all fictional languages, you would just have to interact with the other nerds in that like fan base.
That would suck.
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you talk? You just talk about the language the whole time. What would you even talk about?
Because also, like, I think Elvish would be the best answer because that is probably such a fleshed out,
right,
like world and language, so it wouldn't get old. But like Klingon, I doubt it. It's mostly just like murder, yes, victory,
right,
headbutt.
Yeah. I had the English to Klingon dictionary growing up. In my house. I read a lot. I still don't remember any of it.
My brother had it, and I would look at it every once in a while and be like, that'd be fun. And then I just gave up after trying to formulate like a sentence or two. And I was like, who do I talk to? I'm going to go tell my mom, and she'll go, okay. And I go, I need more friends.
It's all you can bring it to work and be like, Russia, the Indianapolis Colts, Cincinnati Bengals.
Also, if you're the guy throwing Klingon into just your statements like about what's happening at school and stuff, people are like, I don't know about that. I don't know about that, dude.
Yeah. We got to be nice to him. We don't know what he's capable of.
We kind of know what he's a little bit capable. I don't think any Trekkie's going to shoot up a place. They'd be like,
No.
I set the bullets to stun.
Yeah, it's against the Prime Directive.
For sure, dude. Mass murder, it's one of the rules.
Yeah.
Those are the 10 Commandments I like.
Yeah, it's sort of built into it. You a Kirk or Picard guy?
Oh, Picard, because that's what I started on. And Kirk just seems juvenile by comparison.
Right, I get that.
Yeah, like if you started with Kirk, it makes sense, but he's just a cowboy where you're like, those people didn't even exist. Not saying that like a Picard exists, but I think those are more aspirational traits. And to be bald and okay with it, I can't wait.
My wife is really into my wife is really into Star Trek, and that's what he said in that movie. I haven't seen it. But
you got the gist.
He's in the Voyage Home, right? He's like humpback whales. Okay. But my wife is really into it, and I'm not. My dad is, my brother is, my sister is. Like, everyone around me is into Star Trek big time, so I know a lot of it osmosis-wise, but I don't give a shit about it, really. But, like, I did get married in Las Vegas by Counselor Troy.
All right.
So, so I'm in it. I don't really care, but, like, I'm there, and, like, I can't escape it. So
how empathetic of you.
I know. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, let's go to the Sci-Fi Chapel and get married. And she was like, yes. And then she's like, can we get married by Counselor Troy? I'm like, I've already made you agree to go to a spaceship. Yeah, sure. I don't care. You've already made your consideration for my bullshit. I will definitely say Star Trek, thumbs up.
It'd be weird if you're like, only my silly.
Right. Yeah, because I was like, are you sure you don't want Chewbacca? Because I sort of want Chewbacca.
No, I feel like, I'm definitely more Star Trek than Star Wars leaning, but I definitely think Chewbacca doesn't fit the tone as well as like matrimony. Do you go yell at? You want to be yelled at for your vows? Like that?
Sort of,
Well, then maybe have it be Troy and Worf. But Worf's not even much of a yeller.
Yeah, he's very low key. He's more disappointed than angry. You know what I mean?
Well, he's disappointed that he got stuck on a planet where everyone said like, "Ooh, restraint," and he's like, "I do want a headbutt so much more than they let me."
It was actually Counselor Troy in number 2, Jonathan Frakes' character, and he came down the aisle playing a what is it called? Trombone. Yeah. And apparently that's canon for the series. Mm-hmm. I didn't know that. So just seeing a man like passionately play the trombone was very funny, and well, unless you're expecting it, which you're never expecting it.
Yeah. I would not have expected that, but it would have taken me like a second or two and be like, oh yeah, this does make sense, but okay.
Yeah.
They're really making sure you get your money's worth.
It was worth it. It was worth it. They lost all my wedding photos, but it was still a good time.
Oh, bummer.
I know.
Like, what's the point?
I know. Well, they're going to give my friggin' money back. All right, stop it. Moving on. What's the most meaningful? Oh, I don't like this one. It's too nice.
What's the most meaningful way to reject someone's query? Like that.
There you go. What's a fear you've learned to live with?
Oh, I was going to say failure, but also like not always. Mm-hmm. So I've learned to live with certain kinds of failure.
Right.
While having an aversion to others.
Okay. What kind of failure have you learned to live with?
Oh, on stage. And
right.
The amount that you kind of have to just put yourself out there to pursue this kind of career.
Right.
And the worry of failing, just putting whatever out there.
Yeah.
But I still am not doing that as much as I know I could be doing that.
Right.
So it's like kind of a yes, but no.
Yeah, that's such an obstacle for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I mean, and I think that will stop people from doing comedy in general, that fear.
Yes. Well, it's, I think comedy, you get the immediate dopamine from a punchline working well, and so many other aspects of this industry outside of the stage part are outside of our controls, and they're delayed dopamine.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to craft a system to navigate those things without kind of going, I got to get a lot of nothings or no's for a while, as opposed to set up, punchline, I'm a good boy. All right. Do it again. Let's run it back.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it'll just learning from the feedback and becoming better because of it. Yeah, that's fine. Anything outside of stand-up? Any bees?
No. Anxious human, not fearful so much of things outside as the normal, like going, oh, I'd rather not that huge human murder me right now. He seems mad.
Right. Yeah.
I don't, it's not going to feel good for him to kill me, but it's going to happen probably.
Yeah. Okay. I was afraid of aliens for a long time.
Yeah, I hated my belly button for a long time. That was just a weird neurological tick.
Yeah, that's
I
interesting.
Shouldn't have shared with the public. Redacted.
This question is: what's your feelings about your belly button? Weird.
Not great. Can you be racist against a part of your body?
That's a I don't think that's a good question, but I want to. I don't think that's a good question. No, it's not. What does that mean? No, yeah.
I think it's also doesn't have an answer, sort of like some of my favorite movies.
That's right. That's right. I mean, Adam and Eve didn't have belly buttons, right?
No, sometimes they draw it that way, but then again, like we don't mind if there's a couple irregularities when it comes to religion, because God doesn't make any mistakes except for all the mistakes we made in His name.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, a snake talks, but also let's hide that belly button.
Yeah,
you know?
Keep you smooth.
Yeah,
no divots.
If animals could talk, which species would be the most rude?
Oh, humans.
Yeah.
I bet you. I was gonna say probably like some monkeys, because they're savages,
right? And
haven't, like, chimpanzees at a certain age, like they don't, like, the empathy doesn't exist, like the need to like keep the tribe alive doesn't exist. So just rip off dicks.
Yeah, they're
eat your face while you're alive.
I mean, they communicate through actions, you know.
Yeah, and those are louder than words.
House cats, they're pretty rude.
Yeah, they
snarky.
They exude. They let you know what they think. Yeah, just by vibes. I'm trying to think what would be like the rudest.
Rude. Okay, let's break it down. What is rude?
Yeah, what is rude? I mean, like a lack of caring about how your actions affect others.
Right.
I mean, just animals in general, it is, you know, it's life eats life eats life.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's kind of like murder is rude.
It's pretty rude.
It's one of the rudest things you can do, actually.
Yeah.
To the individual.
Real bummer. Yeah.
Yeah, for them, for sure. But it also might be like, they were very rich and not letting us tax them. Yeah. That's kind of rude.
Yeah, it's rude. It's very rude. What about I'm thinking large animals that don't understand how large they are. You know, like a blue whale, like it would probably just like it'll barrel through anything, and maybe like an orca, because I mean they destroy ships.
Yeah, they seem. I mean, they are rude. I actually like their work.
Yeah, I get you,
because it is fun to just be like, oh, did that? Oh, $3 million sank. Oh no, luckily you have so many more.
Right.
Thoughts and prayers, you'll be fine. Mm-hmm. Snakes. Let's see here. What are just honey badger?
Yeah, I can see
just
that.
because they're so like, it would be interesting to be like, how do you translate what is the dialogue happening up in your head right now? Just because they just aggro on kind of everything. Mm-hmm. So I think it would be a honey badger. Okay. Not to sound like a meme, but it is like one of the more aggressive tiny animals. So like, imagine a tiny dude that was very effective.
Right.
Just popped off on anyone nearby. You'd be like, it's probably kind of rude.
Like Wolverine.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I don't know how to translate into the animal, the Wolverine, because I don't know as much about him as a comic book character. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Very good. We deducted that well.
This is kind of fun.
Yeah. Thank you. Good. Let's see what this is. What is something that you admit that you need to work on?
Oh, I mean,
that one's not as fun.
Not as fun. I mean, diet. I've been living out in the Midwest for a couple months now, and that's not an excuse, but it's just I've been staying with some people, and they are so hospitable, and I've been husking up.
Right.
And it's like nice, but it's just like, oh man, I love enablers. Because it's just like, I can't be mad at you. It's me. It's my...
Right.
You didn't put the food into my mouth. I did it, but it was nearby, and it was tasty.
Yeah, you enabled. And you're husking up. Home of the Huskers is here. We're husking all the time.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal. Have you been going with Casey's Pizza?
I haven't yet. I've heard of it, but also I already know I'm going to eat like a garbage monster. I don't want to like seek it out so much, because I'm like, I don't need to check out gas station pizza this week.
Yeah.
Like, I know I want to have good routines in place and then visit and be like, all right, this weekend, gas station pizza.
Right. I think the reason why it is like you should do it is because it's at a gas station. You're like, hey, this isn't terrible. What a treat. You know?
I like how that's like a highlight.
Yeah, it's actually very good. And it's like, for me, nostalgic, you know.
Yeah.
Because this is, where I grew up and everything. So like going to Casey's, getting pizza, it's like, wow, what is this? 1998? What a time, But I would put it up there with some of my favorite pizza. Okay. Although, word of advice for touring comedians and anyone who's long drives, if you have an 8-hour drive ahead of you, don't have it.
Yeah, see, that's also the headspace I'm in right now, where I'm like, I have a lot of sitting and 10 and 2ing tomorrow, actually, and I don't need to I don't need to be like, hey, we're gonna find out what rest stop etiquette is like here. That made it sound like I was doing more than just defecating.
You knock twice, you shake their hand.
No, not. I'm not gonna be like, hey, it's all ready for you, Hoss. You wanted it boiling, right?
You can thank Casey for the heat.
You requested the Casey special.
The breakfast pizza? Well, you got it. What's your go-to when it comes to fast food? Do you have like a place where it's like, I don't want it, but I gotta?
Taco Bell is consistent just because it's kind of nationwide as well.
Yeah.
And it's gotten stupid expensive. Like to get like 3 things at Taco Bell, it's like almost $20. And you're like, back in my day, you could become a fat fuck for much cheaper.
Right. Yeah. It was 99. It was like 69 cents bean burritos. Like I could have a full meal for $3.
Yeah, and then
everything
times. That's an add-on costs more, and it's just like, that's
wild.
Shout out capitalism, you're doing it.
Yeah,
love it, dude.
Yeah. There's I'm on the road a lot. Like I'm not like a chain guy. Like I don't like chain restaurants a lot, and I'm not a huge fast food guy. When I do Runza here in Omaha because it's a local place, locally sourced meat. All that good stuff. But when I'm on the road, I have to go for chains because I don't know what these other places are, and I'm looking for sustenance. I'm not trying to experiment, especially with like coffee. Like here, I'll go to Archetype, I'll go to the Mill, I'll do something nice. But in Alabama, where's the Starbucks in the middle of a Target? That's the best I want to do.
Not for the cold brew. Anytime I've gotten a Starbucks cold brew in a place that was like an inside Starbucks, it's always been the most bitter thing I've ever had in my life.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't disagree because it's time, and it's like I walked to some spot that was near my hotel, and I got food, and I was like, oh, I should have read the Google reviews. It just, and I forget, and it seemed like a chain, but I was like, oh, this is the end of the day garbage. So yeah. But that was me like gambling in a miss, but it just, proximity.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's so easy to do when you're not familiar with the terrain of going to some place that sucks.
And it's also my first time in Omaha, so I'm like, who is it? Is this a chain? I'm like, sure. And then I'm like, oh, if it's a chain, no, I'm good.
Right.
Future interactions.
Maybe you'll tell me. Are you comfortable saying it now? We don't have any.
No, I don't remember.
Okay.
It was like some sort of like, just seemed like a sandwich shop. But like based off of the setup, it looked like, like there's a corporate somewhere. Okay, I think like this color scheme is good. This is this.
I have some guesses, but I know that Herd is well connected. I don't want to hurt any of their friendships.
Yeah, don't want to get anyone mad.
Yeah, they love blimpies.
2 white guys in black shirts. Spoke ill of our subpar food.
Yeah,
how dare you accurately assess what we do?
No one's gonna go to King Kong anymore.
Take that.
Where's the beef?
Wherever I'm going to be for dinner.
All right, stop it. Moving on. That's all we need to know. I've been asking for a while. Now I know. All right, what do we got? What excites you most about the prospect of getting this job?
Getting what?
This job. The job you're interviewing for right now.
Oh, I mean, the future potential. Where I'm going to be in 5 years. That's what I'm the most stoked about. Is where I'm helping you, if you're the one hiring me, make more money without threatening you simultaneously.
Yeah, I love not being threatened.
Yeah, I create power for you without making you think I shall take it from you.
That's great.
That's what I'm the most excited about.
That's what I'm looking for. And how do you feel about the salary and fringe benefits?
Oh, I just like the idea that I'm getting anything for my effort and the finite amount of existence that I have that I'm trading into you. I'm so excited to make the shareholders happy.
Good. That's what I want to hear. Do you have your CDL?
No. Yes. For the sake of yes andiness, I sure do. Okay. I did not know that's what. Although I could have guessed based off of how either of us look. Yeah.
The job is driving me around on a forklift.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm on a couch, and then the forklift just goes in circles for 20 hours a day.
That doesn't sound dizzying at all.
No, and there's no union.
that is actually kind of par for the course and good, and actually more freedom for me because I decided to not have choices, and that was my decision based off of the constraints of my environment.
Yeah. We have insurance for the forklift, but not for you. Okay, moving on.
That does make sense. That is more of an asset than I am.
All right, moving on. What do we got? What do you think is history's greatest mysteries?
Oh, the history. Well, also like the word history means like our perception, like human history, or just the history of the
whatever you want. It's your world.
Okay, all right. I'm getting into the biggest mystery. I think the easy answer is just like the start of everything.
Right.
Or like the most recent start. If the Big Bang is, if it's us expanding, contracting, and just playing the weird accordion with molecules.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's the biggest mystery.
Right. Where we've been, where we're going, where does the present or the future.
And that's like the royal we. Like, is it like just everything?
Yeah. I mean, don't they have a telescope so powerful now that they can like sort of look back in time because it takes so long for light to travel and it's faster than light. So it can look to, and we have seen the Big Bang or before the Big Bang. Did I dream that?
I don't know if we saw it before. Also, like, I have not paid attention to this subject in a while.
Okay.
So I definitely can sound like I'm speaking out of turn. I do know that they've been able to see things like billions and billions of light years away and being like, oh, that's from this period of time. And it does help reinforce the Big Bang theory.
Right.
But like, I don't know. I think they're able to see like sort of shockwaves or something. I don't think it's an actual visual representation, but it's some sort of like energy reading that lets them know, hey, this is around the time that this sort of thing happened. And that is way above my pay grade
Same.
to like understand it. But I also just find that, I think that's also like goes back to people like, I need to know what that movie meant.
Right.
Like us not being able to definitively go, this is this in a way where people accept it makes so much room for fuckery.
Gotcha. Yeah, because there's still, even if we say it's the Big Bang, there still is a lot of room for fuckery.
Yeah, well, they go like, it's easy to be like, well, you have to believe that on faith. You're like, yeah, but there's so much math tied to this faith as opposed to other faiths where it's just like, my dad told me and I love him and I can't say that.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I need him to approve of what I did.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there's also, even if you can split the difference and think of like St. Thomas Aquinas, the immovable mover, like if there's two atoms that collide and begin the bang, where those two atoms come from, and that's that's another, I don't know.
Well, it's also why I again, haven't thought about this a lot, but the idea of like an expanding and contracting universe where you're like, oh, this is just the cycle. We just get remixed. In the same way that our bodies decompose and then re-enter the ecosystem and then get reused in some capacity, maybe ending up in another sentient being in the future. It's just like, that's what's happening. We're just recycled stardust. I become self-aware.
I see that. It's our consciousness. I think our consciousness is the big thing because I could see like us in this like, because we're all made up of the same things that are stardust that is millions of years old, but it's like the thought, whatever that is, the soul or the consciousness or whatever. Is that real? Or does that go anywhere? Does that cease? That's a hard question.
Yeah, well, like, what is consciousness?
Right.
I don't think anything happens with it. It just stops. It just the electricity stops moving through the thing, so the machine stops.
Yeah.
And then I think we are so fearful of that we just go, nah, I can't. No, I get New Game Plus. I get to level up.
Yeah.
See Grandma.
Yeah. What's the fear, the terror of non-being?
Yeah, man. The darkness forever. It's a hard concept to wrap your brain around, but also it was darkness forever
beforehand.
It's just later. Now we're aware of the darkness and we're aware of the concept of forever, even if we can't wrap our brains around it.
Oh yeah. What do you think of the simulation thing where it's like we're all like NPCs in a big GTA universe?
I think that's actually just I think that's just a theory Elon Musk likes to push to make us feel better about him getting to do whatever the fuck he wants to us.
Right. Yeah. Even in a video game, he's an asshole.
Yeah,
You know?
like I get it. We're all playing like what is it? We're playing like Civilization 9 or something, and it's just like I mean, I don't think we're in a simulation right now, but the idea of that happening at some point in the future, totally feasible.
Right.
So
Right.
like that, of course, a version of that is going to happen. I just think that to think we're so special to be a part of it, and that's what awareness is. Like, I don't think that's the game, but also like, I don't have a better explanation of consciousness outside of it going, I think chaos happens and sometimes it becomes self-aware.
It's true. Yeah.
But that doesn't give an answer of who's running it. If it's a simulation, there's God, there's an alien, there's something, there's an AI, there's some existence. And I'm like, nah, dog, it's just darkness. Yeah. You're going to die and it means nothing. Find something.
Right. Well, I mean, and also like if we're like, we would think that our simulation is important. It could just be like some guy who rented a game from GameStop and was like, okay, I want to play Civ. And then it's like, this is just his overnight. Like he sucks at the game and he's not doing well. And we can tell from the world, but you know, it'd be nice if we had a better player.
Or like if you like playing Morrowind and you just want to get like a rubber band on the controller. So he just runs at a wall and slowly levels up and he just forgot that he was playing the game and walked away, and you're like,
right,
where are you going? He's like,
yeah,
I was actually just working on my capitalism skill set. I didn't know it was going to get this out of hand.
Yeah, SimCity was doing great until the Bowser attacked. we don't have enough funds. All right, stop it. Let's see. Okay. No. That was a question about nothingness, and I think we've already sort of covered that, so we can. Yeah. So we don't have to talk about nothingness more. What podcast are you going to hear that sentence? We don't have to talk about podcasts anymore. I mean, nothing, whatever. Okay.
Here, two depressants explain.
Yeah. All right. What is this one? This one's already okay. The world is suddenly empty for some reason. Electricity still works, but no other people. What do you do?
Oh, God, it's so lonely. Yeah. Comedy's out the window. I think I would go insane.
Yeah?
Yeah, I want humanity nearby. Like, I'm not an introvert. Like, on it, at times for sure, right. But like extroverted. Like, not having your tribe around you makes you go insane.
Do you think you could try to make up with that with some sort of technology?
That I create?
No, electricity's still on.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you still have access to, maybe the internet's still on, maybe not, but some AI. Maybe you can have some AI friends. Maybe you can watch a lot of television.
And now the AI is not like taking jobs away from people. I mean, it's filling a void that no longer exists.
Right.
So that'd be good. But I think I would head to some sort of major city just because it'd be more resource dense. Little I Am Legend without the zombies.
Right.
Find dogs. I'd get into being a dog owner for sure.
Yeah, that's the move.
Because also you need help because there's other critters about. Who knows? Not that I really think that would be that much to worry about, but it'd be nice to have a pack of woofs around you.
Yeah, I think that's the move. Yeah. Because if you are going to be so lonely, like there is companionship within like animals, dogs, cats, birds. Fuck, I'll get a fucking lizard. Who gives a shit? It's the end of the world. Let's get wild.
Yeah.
Let's have a tortoise.
Like, I'll finally be the lizard man I always wanted to be.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just there's no one out on Saturday nights for me to weird about it at the bar with it. Because that's what you do as a lizard guy.
You just walk around late at night.
Mm-hmm. Have you seen The Last Man on Earth, that short-lived Will Forte TV show?
Oh, yeah. I didn't watch all of it, but I watched some of it.
Yeah.
It's very enjoyable.
It was good. I mean, I liked how they sort of explained him early on. It was just like he just was drunk the whole time, went around and like blowing stuff up. It's like, yeah, I get that. I'd sort of go around there, something like that.
Yeah. I like that wasn't my first answer, but that is also probably a direction I'd lean. I'd just be worried that I'd be like, let's just... Right. Like, no one's going to miss me.
Right.
I'm not going to miss me, and I'm the only one.
Right. So I want to join everyone else wherever the hell they went. I'm going to go to the party.
Yeah.
I think that I would sort of do a soft one, a soft launch and be like, oh, maybe I'll get into heroin. What if I get into these drugs that might kill me? Well, if I die, who cares?
That's actually a way more useful way to end.
You'd have to find a lot of it, though.
Yeah, that was a thought I had, too, is that you're like, you can't just, like, don't turn into a fiend without, like, enough resources nearby.
Right.
If commit to the bit.
Yeah, because you can't ask anyone. You know, it's like you got to find it yourself.
Like, and also, did everyone get raptured? Like, how'd they go away? You just need.
They're just not there. Who knows?
But are the clothes there? Because that's maybe where it is, in pockets.
Oh yeah.
And so you're just looking around, like trying to find clothes that look full of heroin. I don't even know what that would be right now.
What would that be? Would that be a Jinko jeans? Those heroin pants?
Well, it depends on the year.
I suppose so. All right. That's good.
Liquid death is making me bubbly.
Well, what's the best NFL defense of all time?
I don't care.
No,
I've never been a sportsman.
All right. Well, it remains the 2014 Seattle Seahawks Legion of Boom.
Oh, I could have guessed that. I'm from there. I just didn't know exactly the question being asked. I mean, I just didn't want to pick a name and then guess the wrong position. But you just meant like defensive line in general.
Just defense. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a great run. I enjoyed being in Washington for that run while also hating Seahawks fans, and it did make me happy when it ended because I was like, "Good, shut the fuck up. You did nothing the whole, but we were loud." Okay. I'm sure that helped a little bit, but not to the point where it was so fun to because it happened a bunch, but then to finally hear someone start to see, and then the second half wouldn't come. I delighted in that just because you'd be like, dude, you can't be the center of attention. You can't call on your gods here all the time.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a big Seahawks fan, but it's a lot different being away from it and just having it be my thing than like the big cultural because here in Nebraska, there's obviously the Huskers. And in the 90s, it was the biggest thing in the world because we were national championships like 3 times in 4 years. And it was a huge deal. And now to see everything go away from that since like, I think 2001 was the last one. It's sort of like watching a dying mall where, you know, after a while, like every store just shutters, and then there's now one left with like a few guys like, yeah, I remember the 90s, you know. And so like I remember that like sort of aggravation at the loudmouth, boisterous like people that are just like, let's just have fun with this, and they're like, no, I want to be rude about it and shitty about it and infringe on everyone's good time. Now it's just sort of sad. You know, and like it feels like just a real bad relationship that you can't trust them to make you happy ever, but you're not leaving. You know,
it's someone who doesn't want to hear what the sunk cost fallacy is.
Right.
It's just like, dude, it's who I am.
It is. It is. And like if you talk to any like Minnesota Vikings fans or anything like that, they're just like, pain is part of this. It is who I am. And it's like, yeah, you don't have to. You could. You know, get a snowmobile and change lives. You know?
Yeah, but it's tribe, and also like I mean, I'm not into it, but like being anti that is just as stupid.
Sure, yeah.
It can be over the top, and you're like, I'm actually just trying to do a comedy show, and you guys are heckling me with chants about millionaires. Like, shut up! I'm doing something. We're doing something.
Right. That's fun. Are you a sports fan at all?
Not really, man. It just wasn't. It never scratched the itch for me. Like video games did, music did. I enjoyed kind of playing some sports as a kid, but I never was like so focused and enjoyed like the team sports aspect of it.
Yeah,
and I wasn't really raised in a house where it's just like we should be competitive, right? Let's
See,
physically make something happen.
I wasn't either, and like all of a sudden, like I just sort of got on the I understood the narrative of a football team, and I think the sports is. Just like any other TV show, is just like with really a lot more abstract narratives that you sort of have to make yourself learn about because they're not always just on screen. So you have to like listen to radio and read and stuff like that. So that's why I get so involved and people are so emotionally attached to it. And I find it so like, you know, when they're good, it's so fun, you know, but when they're bad, it sucks so bad. So. But I also like when it's bad I'm like I don't need this. What am I doing? I'm watching TV and I'm getting really upset. It's like watching Game of Thrones. Like they killed Hodor. I'm gonna go be angry for fucking 3 days. It's like how dumb.
Yeah, but also like you get all that dopamine, and that's just the flip side of it. Right. It just never scratched the itch for me. And also like saying you weren't into it, like the amount of negative pushback you'd get constantly made me go like, oh no, I think I hate all of you.
I get that. Yeah. And I think being from a sort of space where no one was into it, I was able to sort of enjoy it on my own terms.
And like coming up in Washington, it was a time where like things weren't good, but you're supposed. I was like, why would I like bad? Like, Mariners aren't doing great. Sonics are here, then they're not. Like Seahawks aren't doing. Like, what am I supposed to? Hey, why aren't you more depressed?
Yeah,
shut up. I'm good.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. I love watching basketball, and I think basketball is really cool. But I don't have anyone to root for because I don't have vested interest. I don't understand the narrative yet of like who is the good guys and who is the bad guys, who are the fun guys, who are the sort of wacky guys. I don't know that, and it's so much work to learn that. Like, I don't think I'm ready to do that because I've watched Bulls games for a while. Because I lived in Chicago for a while. I was like, I'll be a Bulls fan. I lived in Chicago. I remember watching Jordan and Pippen and stuff, and now I watch it now. I'm like, this sucks. They're bad. I hate this, and then I stop.
Yeah, I want to know the characters' names.
Right. What's their story, and why should I care? Who is the most famous person you've ever met?
Oh, I mean, he's not crazy famous, but I think maybe the first time I had like a weird moment, I got to host for D.L. Hughley in Tacoma years ago, and that was just very interesting because we're all in the green room, and I was like, there was a decent amount of comics on the lineup, so I was like, I'll just hang out, and I'm like the one white guy, so I'm like, I'm gonna bounce at some point instead of just feeling like I'm lingering. And I remember walking out and like said something like, you know, comics like busting chops, and said it back, and then realized I said it to him, but it got a laugh, and I was like, he was on UPN when I was a child.
Right. Yeah. He can destroy me right now.
Oh no, he was such a sweet man to work with. Very, very nice. Very, very funny. But like, I don't know. I think off the top of my head, I think I would say that because that was like, I think it was just a handful of years into comedy, but that just seemed like TV personality.
Very
cool.
cool.
Also a stand up as well.
Very cool. What
about you?
The most famous person I have ever met is Jane Goodall.
Okay.
Yeah, I was in Kenya with my family.
As we do.
Yeah, you know, globe-trotting. No, it was at a family thing, like about like family togetherness and all this other stuff. And she was speaking, and then like there was like the teens table because I was like 16, and she came over to the teens and was like sat next to me and it's like, Zach, what's your name? I'm like, I'm Zach. And it's like, do you care about the environment? I'm like, I'm 16. Of course I do. It's the most important thing to me ever. I love it. It's like, you got to take care of the environment. It's, your generation is going to see the world like die and stuff like this. It's like this big, it's serious. It's serious. And I'm like, I want to smoke a cigarette, but I can't because I'm with my family. Was that the sign? No? Okay. Okay. I get you. Nice. Okay, very funny. It said, my phone died light. It means we have 45. Okay, good. Yeah, well, anyway, that's the end of my Jane Goodall story.
It's kind of manipulative on her part.
Yeah.
Like, I am a child, and I did hit puberty recently. I don't think worrying about trees is going to be at the forefront of my still developing brain.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely wasn't. But now as a 43-year-old, I look back on that and go, man, I really let her down.
Yeah. Did you even try?
No, I didn't. I did. Well, maybe. I mean, like, no. Let's be serious.
I haven't tried.
I
watched Captain Planet. I was like, well, this should fix it.
Yeah. I mean, maybe she should have talked to one of like the 10 corporations that do like 90% of the polluting.
Yeah, that would help. Isn't she Ape Lady?
Yeah, she was I mean, she's not Jane Fossey. She's not Gorillas in the Mist, but she's, very much. She has a lot of chimpanzee reserves in Tanzania. So
she's not the one that like lived with.
I think she may have. I think there's one of them because there was two. There was Diane Fossey.
That's not
and there was Jane Goodall.
Yeah, Jane Goodall. Yeah, I know she was like an advocate for the environment. Just like you spend all that time talking to primates. You should spend more time talking to your own species.
Way to go, Jane.
Ruining things. Like, don't put it on this kid.
Yeah. Well, no, I think I know what she was doing. She's like, I have the opportunity to impact someone's life from a place of sort of like power in some degree, and let them know that this is important.
Yes.
And it's like, okay, that makes sense. I was too much like I just, I was 16 years old. All I wanted to do was party. And also, like, there's a picture of me and her, and I'm wearing the old Cleveland Indians logo right there, like the big Chief Wahoo, you know, and I didn't know any better, but like looking at me, I was like, wow, I'm really embarrassed by that hat.
Yeah, there was some friends, they were watching an older movie, and it was about the Cleveland Indians, and I was just like, this doesn't hold up great, but also, isn't that America?
Yeah, it
you
is.
Look back and go, ooh, we did it different.
Yeah, yeah. Didn't even think about it. Didn't cross my mind.
Yeah, why would it?
Yeah. Before we go, one more question before we go. Go ahead and plug all your socials or however people can find you.
Oh, yeah. It's just all my socials, just Luke Severide, Lukesevereid, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, wherever. That's my website as well. And just check me out. I am going everywhere eventually.
Do it. Yeah, do it. Last question, very important question. Probably the most philosophical question we've had all day. What is the best werewolf movie?
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. I went there. I went there.
I don't have a lot of werewolf movies in the forefront of my brain that have really made me like latch. I think my favorite just werewolf moment is Rhys Darby in What We Do in the Shadows when some of the werewolves are saying potty words and he goes, ooh, no, language. We're werewolves, not swearwolves.
Yeah.
That, I think that's like and no one was even a werewolf in that moment. Also, I feel like werewolves have been like so thoroughly underutilized. Like I'm not a big horror movie guy,
right,
which a lot of people are like, what? I just think like a more action leaning werewolf story would be really interesting because I know there's been good movies and I've watched some of them, but they never really like stuck with me when I'm like, this is kind of the kind of monster that I would like.
Right. I think there's only one that I can think of, and it's less about the werewolves, more about like a friendship. But I mean, it's like American Werewolf in London. Yeah. That movie, like, I don't know, have you watched that recently?
Not recently, but it's also like it's dated. Like, yeah. So it's some people are like it's classics, and you're like, yeah, but you still watch it and feel like, oh, this is of a time, and I want to like,
right,
yeah.
Well, that's one of those movies that just hits me like, wow, what a great movie, and funny too. You know, there's some good humor in there. Michael Landis, and Teen Wolf is a fun one, and I don't know if you ever watched that, but that one's actually pretty funny. I mean, at least I loved it in high school. I can't tell you now. I'm 43, but yeah, I loved it. I loved the Teen Wolf cartoon growing up. But like you said, there's not a deep bench of good work. Yeah, I mean, what Underworld, Wolfman, Wolf with Jack Nicholson.
I like how the werewolves looked in Underworld for the most part. I think they handled some of that stuff really, really fun. But that's also more action leaning.
Right, Dog Soldiers. Ever seen that one?
There was a okay, I do have an answer. It's not a movie. It was a short on Love, Death, and Robots, where it was basically a story like set in somewhere in the Middle East, and it was like there was two American soldiers that were like werewolves, and that's like they were in that unit. And it was like a story about a conflict between like a local werewolf and them, and just kind of the brutality of it, and how you're like, oh, this is probably how it would be integrated into like use in society if it was known. We would weaponize them. Right. And I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, and there's so much that you can do with like more serious movies about like, you know, that this capability of someone that can't be controlled. You know, as soon as they turn werewolf, it's just like whatever. So.
Well, then maybe I think I just would like use that, but like make it a grounded story instead of just like, whoa, he's here. Like, no, like quit making him a spooky thing and make it like, how would this transpire? How would we navigate? And then build a story with that framing.
I feel like they've done that with vampires and zombies, but they haven't done that with werewolves.
Missing out.
Yeah.
But also, I don't think werewolves. There needs to be a little bit more furries in the populace for Hollywood to get behind that.
Yeah, this is not the first time furries has come up on this podcast.
I caught that vibe when I walked in. I was like, this is a safe space.
Yeah. It'd be interesting. Yeah, I like to see more werewolf stuff, but I would be remiss if I did not bring up the best werewolf line of all time through Monster Squad, you know, and Wolfman has nards. That's one of the best lines from that. So with that in your brain, and I hope you carry that with you for the rest of your life, Wolfman has nards. You have been listening or watching this podcast. Stop it. I am your host, Zach Peterson. You've been watching a podcast, and now you can stop it.